Hey snake people, before we start this episode, I just want to remind you, as always, I'm not a professional. I'm not a native Florida hunter. I am not a biologist. I am none of those above things. I am brand new to snake hunting. I only started January of this year. I am very much in the early stages of my hunting career, at least Florida hunting. I am a hunter back home in Canada. I have been hunting since I was a child, but that is a completely different environment. I am very much new to the Florida Everglades, the Florida swamps, to Florida reptiles, to the Florida environment in general. What you're about to watch, the episodes that you're about to film, I had been filming from the early days of my hunting, so I hadn't even met my mentors and my teachers that I am hunting with now. Wasn't even a part of the groups that I'm hunting with now. So a lot of the stuff you're going to be hearing me say is much before I met all of the guys that I'm working with now. So you're going to hear me making a lot of mistakes. I'm going to be referencing things that probably are going to make you laugh, and you're going to say, oh my gosh, that's not even what he's looking at, or he's talking about the wrong thing. I know that. I recognize that. But laugh along with me, laugh at me, learn with me. But that's what you're seeing. This is what season 1 is all about. This is me learning. This is me python hunting. This is me recognizing how to become a python hunter. So that's why I'm showing you guys this. And that's why I'm giving you this heads up. So yeah, like I said, take chances, make mistakes, get messy. Let's go. See the 3 of them out there? We're coming out for a night hunt. I just wanted to start this episode of the Python Hunter with something a little fun. We got one right there. We got mom, dad, and baby all out there. Can't see them all right now. There's mom, dad. I don't know where baby went. Baby's over there somewhere. Baby's over there. Mom, dad, and baby. All 3 of them. This is gonna be our dusk / evening python hunt at Babcock Wildlife Management Unit. This is gonna be our evening dusk python hunt. This is where we found the eggs initially. This is where, we started by finding the nests. We found all the nests in that one area, and the biologist didn't believe us that there was pythons in the area. We ended up finding the eggs in that area, brought the eggs to the biologists and the park office. They were super excited. And then, yesterday morning, we actually had our hands on a python. Didn't get it on camera, but we did have our hands on a python in her nest. She was sleeping, but I didn't catch it. I took my eyes off it for 1 second, rookie mistake, and I lost the python. So we're going for our first dusk / night hunt. All my other hunts have been first thing in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. This is going to be our first sort of night hunt. I'm only allowed to hunt here till an hour after the sunset. I don't know if I'm even going to make it that late. I've been hunting all day, all week, every day. So we're going to shoot one more episode today. This is our 5th episode of what we're calling the Python Hunter. That's me, the Python Hunter. We're going to be shooting our 5th episode today, or tonight, or this evening. We're also going to looking for that lost machete. Don't really want it now that we have baby girl, but we're going to go look for it anyways. It's up here, something on the road. So yeah, we're gonna park up here. We're gonna get ourselves ready, and once the sun's about, I'd say 15 minutes away from setting, and we'll head to our spot and get hunting. All right, we're all set to hunt. We are all ready to go. We've got all our equipment. As you can see, the sun is pretty much gone. It's gonna get dark real quick here. All our lights are good to go. We are only gonna have
maximum an hour of hunt time because we got to be out of the park within an hour and a half, and it's going to take me at least 15 minutes to get out of here. And I only got 30% battery left. My chargers have not been quick charging. I'm going to grab my second light, or my fourth light, I should say. I have 4 total lights. So we're going to do a quick night hunt on this episode of the python hunter. Let's go, let's head in. There's our friendly tree. We have had a lot of luck at this site. This is the same site we found the eggs. This is the same site we lost the python on. We've lost the machete here. We've lost the snake hook here. I feel like we're gonna get this python tonight. We are gonna get her. She's coming home with us tonight. I can feel it. The snake charmer, as usual, is being a pain in my knee. Or my thigh, I should say. She just does not want to sit properly. Ugh. But because I've got such long arms, she just refuses to sit comfortably. And I just don't know how else to hang her. I can't wear her on my waist because I can't grab her where I want to. But it's just not comfortable anywhere else. But we'll see. Tomorrow is my day off. Resting by the pool, bocce, maybe do some shooting of the AR, who we've nicknamed Little Wendy, since Wendy has been so kind to let us hunt on her property anytime we want. We're going to be going back there on Wednesday to find that 20-footer and look for that damn skunk ape. She's convinced that skunk ape's out there. So tomorrow we're going to take my uncle out and we're going to get him shooting the AR, which is going to be pretty exciting. He's never shot an AR before. All right. We're going to get closer to the net. All right. We're nice and close into the swamp now. Like we usually do, we're going to start with a perimeter sweep of the area. All my tracks. This place is just littered with my tracks. I've been hunting this area incessantly, looking for this python. She's in here, and she knows I'm hunting her. One thing we got to be real careful, which I've been spending a lot of time in the last couple of days, is making sure that I can tell the difference between a cottonmouth and a python. Now, yes, it sounds pretty stupid and pretty obvious. A cottonmouth is a pit viper. They love this water stuff too. A python is a constrictor. Why do I need to know the difference, you may ask? Well, it's a deadly mistake if I make it. A pit viper, if I go to grab that thing and it bites me, I'm dead. A python, if I go to grab it and it bites me, I'm fine. It's just gonna hurt like a bitch. They look very, very similar. The only major difference is a python is a massive, massive snake. A water moccasin or a cottonmouth is only about 2 feet long and not very big around. But when reaching into these nests, they look very, very similar. They got brown markings, black spots, but a pit viper will flatten out its head and show its fangs, where a python, it's got a more triangular, big, fat head. So really what I'm hoping is if I find one of these pythons He's big enough that I don't have to worry about identifying whether it's a water moccasin or a python. Hopefully it's around 8 feet, and there is no such thing as an 8-foot water moccasin or cottonmouth. They grow up to maybe 3 feet. There's no 8-foot cottonmouth. All right, we're gonna check around the perimeter a little bit. It's starting to get dark. We're gonna need our lights soon. I've had a long week of python hunting, and so we deserve something today. We deserve a snake. And I really would like to get him now before it gets too dark. So we're gonna get in here right now. It's perfect temperature for a snake. Try to be real careful. Lots of snake places in here. There we go. These are the snake nests that I was messing with the other day, digging up. She's in here somewhere. We know she is. We saw her the other day. We were hunting her. I'm gonna get some light going now. Keep the lights going. So we're already starting to lose light. There we go. Got double lights going. There's a python trail right there. Python trail, you can sort of see it through there. Again, that is too big to be a water moccasin. Water moccasins don't have big bodies like that. They are little small snakes. They're like this big around. Python, this big around. That right there, too big to be a water moccasin. Hopefully. Keep going. I think this, no, that's not where we found her yesterday. Can't tell, it's so hard. Everything looks so similar. I can hear something. Sorry, you guys can't see that. Trying to keep it camera on, but I'm trying to listen. Something in this area. Ooh. There, guys. That's what makes it very difficult to film and hunt. I can see another little den over there. Another little den right, oh, sorry, right there. See that den? I'll make my way over to that in a minute. Just trying to make sure there's no water moccasin over here. I did hear something. I'll make sure what I'm getting at here. Nothing. There's that little den there. It's 8 o'clock. Okay. I keep going here, trying to get our way through the nasty stuff. Oh, nasty stuff. Well, trying to get back to the perimeter because it's getting real dark now. Oh, not sure what that is. And the darker it gets, the harder it is for me to find a easy way out. But we'll make our way out through here. See what we can find. Lots of shit making lots of noise, but I'm not seeing anything. So we're gonna make our way back to the clear stuff. There we go. We're in the clear stuff, so we're gonna start hunting from the clear stuff again. Because when it's dark like this, real tough to see anything. And I got no idea what's in there. So we're gonna start hunting from the edge. There could just about be anything in there. And I really don't know. So we'll hunt from the edge from now on and maybe out in the open a little bit. We'll go for a little open hunt. See if we can find something out in the open. There might be something coming out from the open. They might have been living in one of their outer dens coming now to the water. Whew. That looks like a bear paw, bear print. Right there. Hard to see, I know. Not sure if I can make it any better, but that looks like bear right there. Ideally, I don't want to run into any bear. That would be ideal in my life. But they're only black bears, so I got enough balls and enough weapons on me. I could probably take a black bear. I don't really want to fight a hog though, because hogs fight in like packs. Ooh, what's that? Lots of shit's making noise that I haven't heard before. I haven't been out at this time yet before, so this is a new time for me. This is a bird. I haven't ever hunted at dusk before. This is a little bit creepy. I think I'm hearing frogs. I'm not really sure. So yeah, it's now a bit too dark for me to go into the swamp itself because I really can't see what's in there, and it's going to make it really difficult to see the difference between a water moccasin and a python in there and anything else that might be in there. So we're going to stick to mostly the edges now. I might go in just a little bit, just a little brushing like this of the edges. And anything where there's an open area like that, if I could see anything in there. But we're not going to go in deep. It's too dark now, and I'm too inexperienced to hunt deep in like that. So hopefully we can find a python making its way out into the fields to snack on something. I don't know their behavior well enough to know what they do at this hour. But my goal would be to find one coming out here. This would be my ideal place to hunt one, in these open flatlands where I don't have to worry about every other thing fighting me at night. What's that? Snake? Nope, cow patty. So sunset is setted. I officially have an hour and a half before I need to leave here. I definitely won't be hunting for an hour and a half. I don't have the battery on my phone to hunt for an hour and a half, and nor do I have the energy to hunt for another hour and a half. I'm gonna have a little look in here though. This is a pretty easy trail. Pretty open area. Again, we're not going deep, only what I can see that's open, because I just got no idea what's in here at night. And it's fucking dark. Real dark. And it's wet. And it's deep. Did I mention it's dark? Did I mention that I'm alone? Now, the nice thing about hunting at night is the python skin should reflect my light. So if there is one out moving around right now, my light should just reflect it. This is the time when they're going to start coming out. I just don't know where they're gonna go. So if they're here, they're coming out. well, anything else that comes out at night is probably hunting as well. So we're all hunting at night, and I don't know what hunts me, so not really sure. I do have the snake charmer on me, and I do have baby girl on me, so that gives me a little bit of an advantage. But if a pack of boar come flying at me, I can only swing so fast, and I better shoot their eyes out because that's all I got bullets for. Otherwise, I'm gonna run for the truck and get the AR. And you know the AR is gonna do some fucking damage. Good night. But that's a long run. Holy, wouldn't that be fun? Just put some rounds into some boar with the AR. Although if I got to the truck, I probably wouldn't be able to justify why I didn't just drive away. Instead of pulling the AR out of its case, loading it, and then just firing at the boar. Probably getting a lot of trouble for that. Well, what can you do? The bugs are coming out, but I put my bug mask on. Birdos are out, making all kinds of crusty noises. Still don't see anything moving, that's a good sign. $30. Oh, what's that? Okay. There's a little spot where we can go in. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Something's moving. I can't figure out where though. I can't see where it's moving and I can't hear it anymore. And I just don't really... Again, I'm not super interested in getting too deep, but let's just make sure we're not being stalked by anything. Is that a python? I'm gonna come out just a little bit and see if I can lure whatever it is out. There is definitely something here. Just not willing to go too deep at night. So let's see how we can go. Very don't. It's real easy to get lost in here at night because it's so dark that one way you think you're going, 1 minute you're going one way, the next minute you're dead smack in the middle of the swamp. I can smell the python. He's here somewhere. Okay, we're gonna put one of the flashlights away. It's not helping. All right, well, nothing in there. What's that? Really hard to see. It is really dark now. We got the third flashlight out again because it is almost completely dark out here and I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. Oh, I heard something. I'm gonna head over here. There's something over here. It's right there. Absolutely nothing out here except a lot of noises that are not being made by me. The last thing we want to run into is that damn skunk ape. But thankfully, I don't think the skunk ape is anywhere near here. tonight when we get home, we're going to do some research about skunk ape and skunk ape habitat. Because Wendy really wants us to find that skunk ape on her property. We're going to try to find it on Wednesday. Because we're allowed to take the AR onto her property and hunt with the AR. So we'll take the AR and we'll go a little deeper into the swamp. Back that lagoon, she calls it, where she's been losing all her dogs and birds. It's starting to really cool down here too. I expected some python to come out of that little lagoon in there right now. We're gonna do a trip around this thing because now would be the time when they would come out of there. That's the spot where I think they're hiding. And now's when they would come out. Just wanna make sure there's nothing in and around here. See, I don't know if you can see that, but right in that hole there, right in past that, there's a big lagoon. But I can't get in there because it's way too tight. And if I did get in there and there was anything else in there, whether it be panther or python or gator or anything, boar, I ain't getting out of there. Not without a huge fight, and I'm gonna lose that fight. But at night, whatever's in there is gonna come out. And if they come out, the python at least, I might be able to catch one. And now's the time when they're gonna come out. Ooh, shadow scared me. Looked like a python on the ground. Ooh, I'm getting stung by everything. Time is it? 8:30. It is dark. Dark, dark, dark. Again, that stuff is all soft, but I can walk on it. I don't really want to though. It is just too dark. And again, the pythons are going to be coming out. They're coming out to me at night. I don't have to go into them. If they're here, they're going to be active right now. All right, we're going to do one more loop around this side of the wetlands and see what we can find. I'm getting a little tired. I've been hunting all week, all day, every day for about 4 or 5 days now. Tomorrow's my day off. So we've had a pretty successful week. We've seen just about everything except that one python that got away. I have not caught a python, and the only python I saw, I didn't get on tape. So other than that, it's been pretty successful. We've proven to the Babcock Wildlife Management area that there is python in their area, which they didn't believe. Now they know there's python here. We found eggs. We did find a python, even though it didn't get on camera. We've traveled to the Everglades, did our first 2 Everglade hunts. We met Wendy, who's allowed us to hunt on her property anytime we want. We found evidence of a 20-foot python on Wendy's property. We also learned about the skunk ape, which potentially lives on Wendy's property. I'd say that's a pretty successful week. Even without actually fighting a python, for my first week of live python hunting on Instagram and on this series that I'm creating, I'd say that's pretty successful. all of this has been self-taught as well. I've studied online. I've learned about snakes for, I don't know, the better part of 5 or 10 years, just reading up and watching stuff on YouTube, watching stuff on TV, handling snakes on my own. All non-venomous snakes. I have not yet braved venomous snakes, but it'll come. We're putting all this together to form a YouTube series. I mean, just being out here all by myself in the Florida swamps at 9 o'clock at night in the dark, that's that's pretty successful on its own. Next week we're going to be going back to the Everglades. We're going to do another hunt there. We're going to try to meet Dusty from Serpent Invasion, see if we can get any tips or advice. We're going to continue our hunt for a partner. I still have not been able to find anyone who will hunt python with me. You'd think there's got to be someone in Florida that would want to hunt python with me. But nope. Big Country Chris said he was going to hunt python with me, but he never responded. I know he had a busy weekend. He was at the gun show all weekend, so he might just be taking his time. But we'll see. If he responds, he'd be a great partner to have python hunting. He's got lots of hunting experience. He had lots of guns. He's never hunted python before, but I bet he knows a lot of good spots where python would be, so hopefully he responds. If not, we'll just keep looking. I've already got someone working on video producing, directing, and all on the back end. So we're off to a good start. We're at 10% battery, so not really sure where the truck is, but we'll just keep walking around this swamp, and oh, there it is over there. I see it. Once this battery ends, we'll end this episode, our 5th episode in the series. And I think I'm going to call it the Python Hunter. I've already changed my name on Instagram to The Python Hunter. So we're going to call this series The Python Hunter. Hopefully sooner or later I actually get one. Otherwise I'm going to have to go deeper into the Everglades. Wonder how long it took the other python hunters before they got their first python on their own, not without a guide, without having one of the more experienced python hunters show them where to go. Did they just stumble on their first python and catch it? Or did it take them years of learning before they caught their first one? It's a good question. I have to ask them. I see the truck. I do not see any python though. Nor do I see any skunk ape. Where'd the truck go? There it is. We also didn't find that machete. Didn't look too hard because we came here pretty late. Where in the hell would that machete have gone? I also didn't find those python nests that Are we already here? Oh, we way past where I thought I was. Okay, well, I'm gonna head back this way towards the truck, which is, I don't know, over there somewhere. See what we can find over here on the way back. I think the truck is, there it is. Is that the truck there? Yeah, that's the truck there. Nothing. Not a single python. It must be just that one single mama out there that we're hunting. And we are hunting one python in this whole area. And we had her and we lost her. We're gonna get her. We are going to get her before this trip ends. It'll be the culmination of this season of the Python Hunter when we finally get Mama Python. I think she's the only one living here. All right, guys. Well, thank you for keeping me company on my first official dusk leading into a night hunt. It's been totally creepy as hell out here. Let's turn off one of these lights just to get an idea of how creepy it is. I'm gonna cover the other one up. Look at that. It is dark. It is real dark. Really, really dark. And on that note, guys, thank you for keeping me company. It's been a thrill. It's been scary as hell. At least I had you guys watching with me. Have a good night.